I'm Amy Jane, and welcome to the show. Before we get started, you may or may not know, but we had a contest asking for your help to name the show. Well, we got a lot of entries, so take a look at some of the titles you wanted us to name the show. We've made our decision. We have decided the name of the show will be, drum roll please. A few people actually suggested it, and I actually said it during our promo for the contest. So welcome everyone to the first episode of Gun Carrier TV's Everything Guns. So we've been filming a lot lately, making sure we've got plenty of Everything Guns programming ready to entertain and inform. But before we really get started into this, our first episode, I wanted to give you a sneak peek of what we have coming your way. Probably one of the most important things to know about USPSA matches is the scoring and basic operations of a USPSA match. Today we're going to break down an AR and clean it for you.
Squirt the lube in there, continue moving it a little forward, and that way it keeps it more focused once I'm punching that bore.
We have pulled out the rifles from American Sniper, and we're going to go over each one with all of your amazing knowledge that you have. We're going to overhaul your smartphone into a gun lover's paradise of ballistic amazingness.
I'm going to teach Amy how to take this average rifle and push it out 1,255 yards.
Today, we're going to be cleaning another gun.
One of Amy's guns that she competes with, this is the Glock 34.
To me, these are like the three primary little pocket carry 9mm, and all of them are excellent guns. I wouldn't feel bad carrying any of these guns.
Awesome, so that shot really, really well. No malfunctions. That's a great time, 8:54, good use of cover too. One of the stories with this gun is that from him quick drawing, one of the armorers on set had to actually weld a spoon right here so that as his hand came over, it was a lot smoother. Now, let's kick off this new programming of ours by showing you something that SHOT Show couldn't, or at least didn't. It's back-ordered big time, but we've got it for you now. It's the new Glock 43. You may have read or seen some reviews already, but as you will learn, we do things differently here on Everything Guns. Let me show you what I mean. Today we're going to do one of our first reviews, and it just so happens to be on something everybody's wanting to get their hands on. As y'all remember, we all showed up at SHOT Show waiting for that single stack 9mm from Glock. Yeah, that one. And then we got a 380 instead. Horrible prank, Glock, horrible. Anyways, today we finally got our hands on it, and we want to not only show you how amazing this little gun is, but how you guys can actually improve it and make it even better. So when it comes to modifying guns, there's only one company and of course one man that I would trust. So I brought in Taryn Butler. How do you feel the Glock 43 stands up against the other carry guns on the market right now?
Well, all of them are excellent. To me, these are like the three primary little pocket carry 9mm, and all of them are excellent guns. I wouldn't feel bad carrying any of these guns. Starting with probably the shortest of them all is the Kahr Arms, and it comes with a flush fitting magazine, so it's a little tiny little gun. It comes at night sights. That's a nice advantage there. You don't got to spend $100 to buy them.
Yeah.
I think it's a good gun. It's a little blocky. You know, it's not quite as refined as the Glock and the M&P, but it seems like a cool gun. It's got a little 7-round magazine, then an extended 8-round magazine for your pinky.
Help your grip.
Seems cool. Doesn't blend in very nice or anything. It's just kind of there. This is the M&P Shield. This has been around for a little while. This gun has been the one everybody's been wanting to get, everyone's been using. It's an excellent gun. It's got a nice feel to it. It's nice and smooth. It's got a high quality look. It's got a 7+1 capacity. It's also got this 8-round magazine, adds one more round. It does have a safety on it. Some guys hate that, some guys like it. You know, I'm not against it. I think it's kind of cool. You can, be a little less worried about it going off and
For sure.
Hitting you. So, excellent gun. This is just what came out. This is kind of like everybody's waiting for the iPhone 6. It's finally here after all the other stuff came out. This is the Glock 43. It comes with just a 6-round magazine, but like I mentioned before, now people can't complain that it's 1 round shy of the M&P because now it can catch it with both capacities. To me, this is my favorite. It's just a little sleeker, a little bit smaller than the M&P. If you compare it on the tabletop, it's shorter by about an entire base plate. It's a little bit thinner. Those little advantages aren't the end of the world. One thing I do like about the Glock is I like the live round indicator extractor. In the dark, I can feel if one is in the chamber.
Yeah,
But to me, between all three of them, this is the one I like. You've got 7+1 right here. You've got the 8+1 with that. Gives you place for your pinky. Again, they're all great. I wouldn't feel bad with any of them. But for me, just the accuracy of Glocks and the reliability, I just like the Glock the best.
So I've watched a lot of reviews, and the majority of them say that yes, this is textured, but it's not enough of a grip, especially for a carry gun. So Taryn, what did you do to remedy that?
We do what we do to all the Glocks. We do a stipple texture job on the gun. It's just really clean lines, perfect. We undercut the front higher to get more torque and leverage on the gun when shooting it. And we also flatten the back off because people complain that the Glock's mainspring housing is arched too much and the gun points too high. Also a little area here for your thumb to kind of sit on to ride, and just makes the gun feel great.
It does. I have this on all my competition guns, all my Glocks. The texture it's perfect, especially for a carry gun. This is perfect. So what do you have for holsters?
It's a new Blade Tech carry holster. I really like it. It protects you from getting scratched by the gun.
Nice.
Inside the waistband. It's snug, but it's not going anywhere, but you can get it out when you need to. I really like it.
Yeah, so throw some Trijicon night sights on those, and I think this is the perfect little with the base pad. There you go.
Yeah.
The perfect combination for your Glock. Love it. So we've compared all these guns. Now we're going to shoot them because looking good is one thing, but reliability is really what it comes down to. So we're going to start off with the M&P Shield, and let's see how this feels. All right. So it feels really good. For a small gun, there's usually a bigger kick because you're pushing a bullet out of this much of a barrel. This felt really good. It felt really sturdy. I was actually really impressed by this. So let's try another one. Now we're going to move on to the Kahr Arms PM9, and we'll see how this one runs. Yeah, the spring just went through the front. This gun's broken. Let's try that again. So, if you want to shoot someone once, this is a really good gun. We're going to try the Kahr Arms again. We used a longer mag, now we're going to use a shorter mag to see if maybe that'll help fix the malfunction that we had earlier. It feels like it's too heavily sprung for this, maybe it's the ammo, but we're going to give it one more try with a different mag and see if that doesn't fix a problem. There we go. All right, awesome. So that shot really, really well. No malfunctions. So I guess it was either the mag or the ammo or both. So there's that. Felt really good. So now we're going to move on to the Glock 43. This is not stock out of the box. The other ones were stock. This has been done over by Terran Tactical Innovations as we went over. So it has the stipple job, the sights, everything like that. I'm very excited to see how this runs. And again, with that extender, that's just a perfect grip. Well, it runs like a Glock. Very reliable, very sturdy. It's got a really good trigger on it. I like it. All right, let's compare all three. So we've reviewed them and we've shot them, and now this is just my personal opinion on all of this. You have to go out and shoot the guns for yourself to figure out what works for you, what feels best for you. Everybody's different. From my personal opinion, straight out of the box, I would go with the Smith & Wesson. Very reliable, great shot. It felt like a bigger gun, and for being so small, definitely performed to my liking. The Glock was not out of the box. The stipple job definitely helped a lot with the grip because it's so thin, it's so tiny. but it performed like a Glock, which is awesome always, and I'm very pleased with it. The Kahr Arms we did have some malfunctions with, but it shot pretty good, and again, it's a tiny, tiny little gun. So all of these were great guns, but out of the box I would go with the Smith & Wesson, and if I was going to tweak it a little bit, I'd probably go with the Glock. So these are the 3 guns that we've compared for you. Again, this is just my opinion and how it feels in my hands. You guys should always go out to the range and figure out what feels best for you and figure out what shoots best for you, because everyone's different. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.